Good evening, DE. Welcome to another Tuesday night Principled Chiropractic broadcast brought to you by Dynamic Essentials and Band of Brothers all over the world. I am Dawn Maynard coming to you from Charleston, South Carolina. Hope you guys are having a great night. Um, we are really winding down on the year now. The last DE of the year is coming up not this weekend, but next weekend. We will all be meeting in Marietta, Georgia, at the Atlanta Marriott Perimeter Center. That's next weekend, October 24th through the 27th. Obviously, in addition to it being DE, it is also the 60th anniversary gala. Make sure you have your tickets. I do believe there are still some more tickets left. You can go to lifede.com to get those tickets. Also, the probably still the journal that may be sold out, but just so they can get it printed. But lifede.com is going to give you all that information. So make sure you get all that taken care of. If you don't have your hotel room, contact Kat. If for some reason you have a hotel room you don't need, also contact Kat. That's the way we do things. It's the last DE of the year. It's always super special. I know this one won't be any different. It's a great time to set up your goals for the rest of the year, celebrate your wins and having such a powerful year and getting a good jump start into next year for the powerful mindfulness so that we can give, love, and serve and just really serve our people. So hope you guys all get to come out to DE next weekend. Speaking of DE, we got to talk about DE principles, and I just got a little tidbit from our speaker tonight. That's what he's going to talk about. So we are going to hear from Ed Gigliotti. He is from Rochester, New York. He is a fantastic chiropractor, fantastic father and husband, got so many children and so many wonderful things going on in his life, great business, but he is a fighter for our profession, and I just cannot wait to hear what he has to say. So without any further ado, we're going to say, take it away, Ed.
Hello, DE. Thank you so much, Dr. Don, for introducing me. I got this invite last minute. That's why I don't have my professional setup with my computer and everything here. I got my iPhone. But I got a message from Brian Moriarty, and he's like, hey, yeah, do you mind going on? And I go, it's my pleasure. So as Don shared, the message I want to talk about today, and I think it comes up perfectly right around the 60th anniversary of DE, is the DE principle and how that shines through not only in our life, but in our businesses. So my wife and I, my wonderful wife, Mandy, and I, we've gone on a venture over the last year. If you followed us on Facebook, that we've been building out this laundromat that's behind my office. So we have about 4,500 square feet in the front part of our building, and then we had about 3,000 in the back that was vacant. So about 2 years ago, it came to mind. I go, you know what, Mandy, we should consider opening a laundromat. And it's something that we were brewing on, and then it came to fruition. We were able to put this all together. But this project, like so many things in our lives, I'm sure you can relate with, ended up not going as smooth as we would have expected to build this out. So just so you can get an idea of where myself and Mandy's current mental state is, just yesterday, we got a text on my phone and it said, hey, got something from the vending machine, it didn't come out. And I asked Mandy, I said, hey, listen, do you want to swing by the laundromat and just go make sure it's working? Because the woman got a laundry bag, so she wants to use it. We could have refunded her money, but she wanted to use the laundry bag. And I was hoping Mandy would go because she's got the vending machines all figured out. But she was like, I really don't want to go. I'm tired. And I said, okay, not a problem. We just drove back from Canada. We visited my family in Canada. And so I said, don't worry, I'll go. So I collected the most troublesome children we have. And by troublesome, I mean the ones that would possibly cause Mandy stress. I know she needed a little bit of rest. I boot out to the laundromat. I pull up. And at that point, we pull up and little Angelo's in the back seat. He's two. He was one in the back seat. And I go, that's Mama's van, but Mama's not here. But it looks like just like her van, but it looks like there's some people using the laundromat, eh, buddy? And he goes, yeah. And we walk up. I look through the glass door and I see Mandy with a latex glove on, cleaning glove. And she looks at me and her mouth drops. She goes, and I don't know what my face was, but it was probably the same. So she had left to go and apparently told me I didn't hear it. And I apparently told her that I was going. She didn't hear it. And we were both at the laundromat and we had our oldest at home. So we ended up talking to them through our Arlo camera, and I go, Aliana. And she goes, yeah, Pa. I go, listen, Mom, Pa both made a mistake, and we're both at the laundromat right now. I go, but just hold down the fort for a couple minutes. We're going to be, one of us will be home. And she goes, oh, yeah, not a problem, Pa. She goes, I'm already making waffles. I got waffles I'm making. Hilarious. She's 9 years old. So anyways, Mandy got home in just a few minutes. It was no big deal. But that's where we've been at. That's our mental state at this time. So all jokes aside, we started this laundromat, building it out a year ago, and it was supposed to be done in 3 months. It took a year, okay, and we pulled out pretty significant loan to do this, right? Because the machines are quite expensive. We got the nicest machines out there to give back, and then also we had to fully renovate the back space, and it was the back of a restaurant. And when it was all said and done, the gentleman who actually was a patient of mine for quite a while before this, years before that, I think he bit off more than he could chew. He was the one selling us the machines. And in a lot of ways, he overpromised and he way underdelivered. So we were actually 75K over budget from what we already expected just on his portion, not what we already budgeted to make it even nicer. And that's above the loan. So that was all out of pocket, along with everything else we already put out of pocket for the down payment on the loan and everything. So it was a very, very stressful situation over this last several months. And I'm not saying this for woe is me. I'm saying this that hopefully you can relate with something in your life where you're like, why didn't it go smooth? Sometimes it just doesn't. And I think God puts these things in our lives so we can learn from them and serve better. So you think about the principle of DE, and what is that? It's that we give, love, and serve out of our own abundance without any expectation of return, right? The DE principle. And what a perfect time to bring that up, because in 2 weeks we're going to the 60th anniversary, right? And while that is like, I think, deep in my DNA from all you awesome docs and what Dr. Sid and Dr. Didi and everybody has put down through the years, right? And I was able to absorb over the last 10 years. While that was being said, we kept hearing the GC and the one who sold us the machines, he had a totally different outlook. He kept saying every time we tried making this place as nice as possible, he kept saying, it's just a laundromat. So that doesn't resonate with Mandy and I. Mandy was getting like nice tile walls, beautiful furniture, like making sure that like we were doing wood paneling halfway up the walls and we got an interior designer to make sure that the paint colors looked awesome and everything. But we kept hearing, it's just a laundromat. When something would go wrong, when the window was leaking and that they installed improperly and ruined part of our wood paneling after it was painted and put up, it's just a laundromat. When the machines were installed unleveled, which we're actually going to be taking care of this week, it's just a laundromat, right? So on and so forth. That happened so many times, it was crazy. And you know, this is just like reiterated in my life on how important details are when they're coming from the right intent, right? Details change lives. And after this whole build out, what we have done has just made a massive change, and has just made a massive change already in the community and in the people we've been blessed to serve. We've only been open 11 days. But we've been hearing things like, um, I've never walked into and felt a laundromat like this. We've been hearing things like that. And that goes from the details that we put in with everything. Like my wife actually teared up the other day because someone who we didn't even meet left a 5-star review and started listing all these things like ergonomic um, laundry carts, to the way that they set up the store, to the way that the wood paneling on the walls, to the comfy seats. She noticed all these details. This woman that left a 5-star review, and her last one of the last comments was, um, I haven't met these owners, but they must be great people because I could tell how much they've put into the laundromat, to this laundromat. And it's like people can feel when you care, even if they don't meet you. And it's been a really amazing thing because, when in our offices, I'm sure all of us, we do DE love with people. We love on our people that come in. And I realize that, especially in a lot of other businesses, people aren't experiencing that. When people are coming into our laundromat and I'm in the back, so a lot of times when I'm not serving in the office, right? We got 3 other amazing docs there, but I'm in the back and I see somebody on the camera walk in the laundromat, so I greet them, and you could tell at first they're sort of a little standoffish or like, oh my gosh, no, 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 I'm just looking, and then when I'm like, oh no, I'm so glad you're here. Do you mind if I show you around and just introduce you to this place? And they're so grateful. They're so grateful. You see their armor drop. You see them like open up their heart. We're chatting about them. Today I was chatting with the gentleman who came in from the college across the street. And I was just loving on him. And he goes and tells me that his brother got shot 2 years ago and got killed in Rochester, downtown Rochester. And because because I was so kind to him, he just poured his heart out to me. And I was able to love on this guy. And it's like, no matter what we do, it's not just the laundromat or just a chiropractic office. Our passions that we've been blessed to have are just an avenue or a tool to serve people. Now, I love chiropractic, but Mandy and I, we also have some other businesses. We have a daycare. We have this laundromat. Mandy's in real estate, really successful in real estate. And that DE principle permeates through all of them. And because it's a part of us, it's like we always want to give the best service. Like, we're not okay if people didn't get the best service. It's not about like, how much are you paying me, and then I'll decide if I'm giving you the best service. You're getting the best service no matter what. And obviously there's got to be fair exchange. We help people in different situations, but it's like Dr. Sid said, and Dr. Didi's repeated all these years, and so many other great docs up on stage, is like, you can't let your giving hands see your receiving hand, right? Like, you just do it because it's the right thing to do. You got to serve, you got to love these people, right? Like, your intent should show through your actions. It should show through your actions. If you have the DE principle going through you, we should be, with every action or most of our actions, like, showing that DE principle so people can feel what's inside of us, and that can help transform their life. So again, it's just a laundromat, right? Let me get the right thing here. It's just a laundromat. We heard that so many times. And this is the thing too, right? Like, not trying to like be critical towards anyone, but the gentleman who was selling us the machines and had that mindset, if you look at their Google reviews, you could tell that for them it was just a laundromat. It's just an avenue to make money. A lot of the posts and the reviews are that it's dirty, people didn't greet them, people weren't loving on them, it's too expensive, all of that, right? When when you have the DE principle in your life, people can literally tell the moment they walk through the door. So, and sorry, my son's crying over there, drawing, and it's distracting me a little bit. Okay, but I'm gonna go the DE principle. Okay, so I want to take this one step further. I talked about the laundromat, but I just wanted to share that with what we learned and reiterated in our life. But I want to ask you now, how's your office? How's our offices? You know, is the DE principle permeating through every aspect, not just how we're loving on people? That's super important. But how about through the way it looks? How's your furniture in your office? Do you need new furniture? Right? If you were to upgrade a little bit of your furniture, is it 10, 15 years old that you could even, not saying you have to buy the nicest brand new stuff, but even get it used or reupholstered? Is there anything you could do that would help someone feel more comfortable in your space? How about paint? Can you get some touch up paint out there and maybe get some fresh colors? Right? Is there anything that needs to be fixed? Is there things around your office that you haven't fixed? A door, maybe there's a window that you can't open properly in the summer that you want to. What is there anything that you can do that can drastically or even slightly improve the experience of the people you're blessed to care for? You know, or is it just a chiropractic office? Let that sink in, right? Is it just a chiropractic office? Is it just a laundromat? Is it just a chiropractic office? I want you to sit on that. Okay? Let's make sure that every single action we're doing, the DE principle is literally flowing through us. And the DE, and that DE give, love, and serve out of your own abundance without any expectation of return is literally transforming lives around us. Right? That by us living that is literally transforming more lives than we can imagine. Like I know that guy that came in today was telling me about his brother getting shot, and that helped him transform his life. And I was able to talk to him a little bit about the Lord too, but and about chiropractic in the front, upper cervical chiropractic. He's probably going to start care too. But having that conversation with him, I know was way more important than just him getting fresh clothes. Fresh clothes was just icing on the cake. The DE principle is the real reason why he was there. You know, so let's get this DE principle to take over society, and it's got to start with us and every facet of what we do with our businesses and our experiences on this planet. Okay. Love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything you do. I look forward to seeing so many of you next week. Mandy and I are in 2 weeks. Mandy and I will be there. And yeah, love DE. It's my 10-year anniversary. I know it's DE 60th. It's my 10th, and it's literally transformed my life. If you aren't coming to this one and you haven't been to DE and you're listening to this right now, get to one soon. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Ed. That was fantastic. So very
Thank
good.
you.
Love hearing all that stuff. You know, God does put things in our lives so we can learn and we can serve better. And that's the whole point of DE too, so we can get together, love on each other, and give, love, and serve even better. I know that's going to really help some people along the way, and also really be a binding thing next weekend when everybody's together. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. We will see you next Tuesday night, which is the last call before DE. And that's going to be a special one. So make sure you tune in. I hope everybody has a really good night.
All right. Thank you so much.